Hello, darling. It's me, Tessianos, host of the ongoing comic book discussion podcast. And if I got a Halloween treat for you, this October I am hosting a horror comic marathon for 31 days. That's right, my frightful fiends. Every single day from October 1st to October 31st, OCD will review a horror comic to count down to the greatest holiday ever conjured. You can follow OCD on Instagram at OCD Podcast, Facebook at facebook.com/OCD Podcast, and Twitter at Ongoing Comic Pod. It's going to be a hauntingly good time, so be there, or just be there. Ooh.
Welcome, residents, to Dr. DC's podcast. Why? 200 episodes and I can't fucking get it?
Wow.
Welcome, residents, to the Dr. DC podcast.
There you go.
My name is Producer Richard, and across from me is the doctor himself.
Hello.
And this is it. Each week, we talk about the weird and wonderful world of DC while fielding questions from listeners like you.
Until now. It's the 200th episode.
Before we kiss the sky, we've got a review.
Woo, baby.
A 5-star review, number 87, from Apple Podcasts USA, from Redbur.
Some people call me a Redbird.
Just pull out all the old ones for this one.
Yeah. Oldie but a goodie.
Yeah, that's right. With the subject, huh? They go on to
That's
say...
about the level of enthusiasm we inspire.
Yeah. I'm surprised it wasn't meh. They go on to say, I thought I reviewed you guys here before. Guess I didn't. Love you guys.
Amazing.
Wow.
Thank you so much, Redbur. So, in terms of us saying them out loud, that is our 87th review. But we're up to 97 now.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Thank you so much for that.
And we were not really going towards any specific goal, so it's nice.
Yeah, I know. Whatever. You got what you wanted.
Yeah, 200 episodes later, I finally got what I wanted.
Yeah, you'll wait another 200. Yeah, how have we done 200 of these?
What was funny, I was having a chat with somebody on Twitter about that, and they were like,
I think it was Chris Chan.
Yeah. And if you get rid of the episodes that don't exist, it's really only like 137. But each Docmas was kind of like 3 episodes, so it evens out.
Right. Yes, the episodes that don't exist, quote unquote.
Yeah. The unlistenable ones.
It is pretty wild, though. Holy shit! I've been doing this for a very long time. So long of a time, and we just. Timings of things are weird, but we just recorded a guest spot on a different podcast. We've been doing this podcast for so long that you legitimately like some comics.
I know. I never thought the day would come.
Yeah, we're actually, honestly gushing about some comics, and you're going to do so on the Patreon this week too.
At least it's not recorded. Oh wait.
Oh no.
You don't realize, especially when you look at like podcasts who've been doing it for like 1,000 episodes, but
sure.
But it's you've been in this room 200 times at least.
Yeah. Plus, I'd say 5 times we've hung out and not recorded it.
Yeah, we didn't record those ones.
Oh my god. What are you doing with that drive?
Well, really more video than audio for those.
I thought you would appreciate knowing precisely how much content we've put out there. I went to the trouble of figuring it out.
Oh, this is how many hours we wasted?
Well, let's start with minutes because it's a crazy number.
No.
So, not counting this episode, of course, because that data's not out there.
Then why even do it?
You're right. Never mind. 18,003 minutes.
Oh, no.
Which works out to 300 hours.
Oh, my God.
Which works out to roughly 12 and a half days.
Wow.
Nonstop of Dr. DC podcast. That doesn't include the almost 100 episodes of the Double Dose on the Patreon. That doesn't include...
So you could put... I mean, if you included those...
Doesn't include Ghostfacers, doesn't include Scaredy Guys, doesn't include anything else that
you could
we
listen
have
to
done.
us for at least 2 weeks straight.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah. That's disturbing. And I mean, really, that's how long it felt to record those first 60 episodes. So
yeah. It came out to 18,000 minutes, but it felt like 30.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, holy shit.
Well, yeah, and I feel like the show has really changed since those early days. Like just based on format even.
Yeah. I mean, it's some of the stuff weirdly was earlier than I thought. I mean, we probably talked about this on the 100, but like the news, the idea of doing the news was like, that was like issue 9.
Really? I'm surprised
that
it wasn't episode 1. Wow.
It was relatively early. And that's stuck around. I mean, of course, we've been doing our fun guessing game the whole time.
Well, yeah.
There's never been a different version of that.
I can't imagine how there would be.
And it's also always just been me and you as the producer. There's never been a different producer.
Yeah, absolutely. And I didn't just forget to do that for the end of this episode right now. And I'm going to... Yeah, that didn't happen. So that's good.
Wow. Very funny.
That's good.
Well, I put it out there because we weren't taking questions from listeners for this episode, but I put it out there to see like what people enjoyed from the show from the past 200 episodes. I mean, we got a ton of responses, too many to go through them all, but I wanted to highlight some of the ones that made me laugh.
Absolutely.
Because there are some that are very sincere. They're about like actual comic stuff. There are some that are about guests. There's some about like us being fucking ridiculous.
Well, what I love is like right away, Pennyworth comes out.
Oh my God. So many shout outs for Alfred. Lot of love for Eva Alfred.
Yeah, just one name, Alfred Pennyworth.
Yeah,
which I love.
A couple of shout outs even for characters that like shouldn't have any legs at all, like Shrek Morrison, Cajun Wolverine.
Yes. Well, MadSeb77 says Shrek Morrison and Cajun Logan are by far the funniest random elements I have ever heard on a podcast. Every time I hear them, I'm floored with laughter. It should be a double dose at some point, them talking about a non-DC or Marvel film.
Right. Yeah. Shrek Morrison and Cajun Wolverine just do a movie podcast.
I mean, that's it. Yeah, that's incredible.
They both love swamps and bayous, so they're a natural team, I would think. I thought you would enjoy as well that there was some love out there. For example, ABC Brooks said, a favorite moment of mine has got to be the creation of the quote-unquote hero pedophile. I don't know what you're talking about because it's not from a segment I remember, but holy shit, pedophile.
Well, whoever came up with that is a smart guy.
What a genius they must be.
Oh, yeah. I love Adam talking Superman. I still like the Ragman episode more. Somehow that episode ended up being, up until recently...
That episode, it's the 6th episode we ever did. And from the time it came out until 2 months ago, it was the most listened to, most downloaded episode we've ever done. The thing that finally dethroned it was our Riddler episode with Adel and Aaron from Hey Riddle Riddle.
Yeah.
It took over 3 years to dethrone Ragman from the top spot. Which also answers from the Nerd Funds, from our friend Chad Bokelman. He said, I don't know, it's probably Ragman related. # still the most downloaded app. It's second now.
Now it's second.
But it had a great run considering it's Ragman.
Got a call up for I'm Gonna Chum.
We got a couple of people really that liked I'm Gonna Chum, yeah. Ryan Putney says, can I say the whole show? Seriously, though, every episode is amazing. You do great work because of your great chemistry. Now, to answer your question, I would have to say that the unfortunate accident to the non-needed third wheel and I'm Gonna Chum, lol. Those were Ryan's favorite parts.
I don't know who they're talking about with the third wheel.
And it was an accident anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so even if there was...
So you can't prove anything.
Yeah, we're not at fault. So
there's one that I wanted to bring up because I actually don't remember it. Someone mentioned something that they loved about the show, and I have no memory of it at all. So I don't know if it was a Darkmas thing or when it happened. Dutch Wonder Woman? Do you remember Dutch Wonder Woman?
I have such a vague memory of it that I don't actually know. Somebody will have to like send us.
Yeah, it was from C. Robin Bear. They said that they love Dutch Wonder Woman and Drunk as Fuck Richard.
Wow, you guys got a lot of really drunk Richard. Thing that cannot happen any longer. So you'll have to go back and listen to
we've got to figure out what we're gonna do for Docmas moving forward. But I mean, that first year, I think, really got away from us. Actually, so did the second year.
Yes.
I think you'll also appreciate this one. Why don't we just leave off on this? This is a little fun thing for the Patreon folk out there. Braden1325 says that his favorite part of the show was Richard tricking the doc into watching Cats.
That's one of my best moments ever.
Do you have like a personal favorite moment from the show, like a joke that you were so happy that it landed, or a comic thing, or I mean sometimes I know we sometimes talk about the guests and stuff like that, but if you could just like is there a moment where you're like, man, that was the magic, that was amazing?
I mean, I always go. I mean, probably Jake and Michael McDonald.
Yeah. There was a long run there, and then it resurfaced with the like rival radio station wars, because we had the Chunk,
yes,
and then there was also Hot Snakes,
yeah,
like 106.4 Hot Snakes.
I love
today's hottest hits streaming.
Oh yeah, so fucking.
We're going Brown Town with the
weather. I liked William Innes whenever you have a well-known guest and are sheepish about your drops. And then
I think the best example of that was when we had Dr. Travis Langley on.
Oh, good Lord.
I think that was us at our most sheepish with the guest on, and then the most crude with just recording stuff when it was just us.
I mean, yeah.
It was the biggest flip from being like good boys to us.
It's true. Dan Dunn says the guests are amazing, and I love how silly you get the moment they leave or when it's just the two. That's really funny.
Yeah.
What about you? What's
I mean, I think the thing that I'm probably still the most proud of that my wife does not care for at all was Evil Alfred. Like, I think when we started it goes all the way back to issue 80.
Really?
I think it might be the first time we do it.
Wow.
And then we keep building on it, and then we did it on the Patreon. We did the full Alfred Begins, like 50-minute long form improv thing and like neither of us are improv people. We just did it anyway.
I mean, I'm very impressed with how it came out.
Weirdly proud of that.
Yeah.
Like to the point where I probably shouldn't be, and my wife has literally never listened to it.
I think we should submit it to SNL. You know, I feel like that's our audition too.
Yeah. We should like pass it on to Middleditch and Schwartz and be like, take us under your wing.
Or beat this.
Yeah. You'll never do something as good as this. You might as well quit. They cancel their tour.
God, the amount of time that I used to spend on like audio production for like sound effects and things like that.
Well, yeah, back in the early days. Yeah. I mean, I would say a lot more weird things. We'd had a lot more like temporal rifts open in the studio back then.
It's almost as if we had to overcompensate for lack of something.
Yeah, I feel like we are definitely more confident in just being podcasters and not gimmicking things up.
Yeah, because again...
Wait, sorry. Never mind, I take that back. A gimmick just walked in.
Shut up.
Come on over. Introduce yourself for the people listening at home. Oh, it's just me, Shrek Morrison. I came all the way from my metafictional swamp to say happy 200th. I can't...
believe we pulled Shrek Morrison out in another podcast today, and for literally no one. Like,
it's a joke for no one.
It's barely a joke.
It's also 100% guaranteed we will never get Grant Morrison as a guest.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
You think that's slightly insulting?
I've been sent 5 cease and desists.
Considering the amount of...
from both the people that own the rights to Shrek and from Grant Morrison.
Also just owners of swamps.
Yeah, I got a cease and desist from swamps.
Yeah, onion farmers.
Yeah, Scotland.
The entire country of Scotland. Stop using our accent.
Or stop saying that is our accent.
You're butchering it.
Oh my God. I was originally going to do this later, but there's a thing that I want to just do right now because we're celebrating 200.
Oh my God, are you going to propose?
It's I think this is the right place to do it. Are we
finally going to kiss?
Well, we'll add this in post because this is a thing that I couldn't let you know about.
This is the gunshot finally.
Well, just wait. We'll add this in post, but
okay.
Make sure the volume's up here and make sure you can see here.
Richard Eden, this is your life.
We've got a special message from someone for our 200th.
Okay.
Hey, Richard. James Remar here. Gamby from Black Lightning. So you have the Dr. DC podcast celebrating 200 episodes. That's fantastic, man. Thank you for being a huge fan of Black Lightning. This was booked for you by your wife and the doctor. It's your 200th episode, Jefferson. All right, pal?
That's right. Gamby himself.
God, the emotional range that man has. I can't even believe it.
James Remar. Thank you.
It was almost impossible to go from his normal voice to his acting. Fuck you.
The legend. The man, the
Jesus
myth, the
Christ.
legend.
Fuck you. Fuck James Remar. I hope he listens to this.
I'm so happy about that.
I can't believe you did that.
Oh God, I have been like giddily walking around my house waiting to show you that.
Yeah.
I
can't believe you did that.
That's it. 200th episode. Congratulations.
Did you know? Is that why you're here?
From the tailor with the mostest, Gamby.
This is a cameo. I am James Remar. Thank you for listening to. Oh, we're watching Black Lightning. You are a fan. Jefferson.
When I put in the request, I wrote, if you say a sentence and then put Jefferson at the end of it, my friend will die. And he was so you can see it in the video too. I'll post the video.
Oh my God.
But you can see it in the video that he does it. And
and he's just like, here I go.
Well, no, he does it, and then he realizes how silly it is and like laughs as he's like signing off. It's very funny to me.
That's fucking insane that you did that.
Well, it's 200.
Wow. From our most anticipated guest.
Yeah. I thought you would like that.
Wow, 200 episodes. If I could only act with the range of James Remar. Good God.
I'm so happy.
I fucking can't believe you did that.
I'm so happy with that.
I'm both like impressed, honored, and pissed off at the same time. Never have I felt such conflicting emotions.
That's sort of what I was going for.
Yeah, no, you did a great job. I'm flabbergasted.
I'm so happy.
I can't believe this.
Well, like I said, you only turn 200 once.
Yeah. No, you turn it multiple times while watching Black Lightning, trying to get through those James Remar scenes.
Yeah, God, I hope he doesn't follow up on people that book his cameos.
Yeah, fucking take this to your grave, Gamby. DJ Mel Brooks also says that episode with the Doc's sister, she seemed pretty awesome and totally cool.
Yep. I agree. And that was in no way inside baseball. I'll share I'll share another one that we got here that I think is kind of fun. It's a little bit more sincere. From Adam Upper. I hardly know her. I've liked listening to how the show has progressed since episode 1, many times, long time.
Have we progressed?
And helping both you guys out on grabbing some comics at Comic-Con, which is very true.
Yeah, that's my favorite part of the podcast, too. When you get us stuff.
I've gotten some really neat stuff in my collection thanks to Adam.
I've gotten some incredible things because of Adam. Yeah, definitely. If you're trying to set the bar, he set it very high.
I'll just mention.
Also, Josh, thanks for those picks.
I'll just mention. Honorable mention did go out to Arrive Lad, but somehow no mentions at all of Come Man.
I can't believe that. How do you have Arrive Lad without Come Man?
Yeah, I mean, it's like making a Venom movie without Spider-Man.
I mean, some say that my cum is like a Venom.
Oh, no. Oh, God. What do you mean some say?
The ones that survive.
Oh, my God. Good Lord. Well, thank you, everyone. I mean, we got many more comments than that, but thank you, everyone that sent nice memories and comments and things that you liked about the show. I mean, obviously, we wouldn't have done this for 200 episodes if you didn't tell us that you liked stuff.
Well, this whole show is premised based off of fan engagement and people listening. So we appreciate it.
Yeah. So thank you all. And we've got a special treat.
Ugh, I don't like being so sincere.
We've got a special treat, A, for us and B, for you. We did this for the hundo. We're doing it again for the 200.
Right.
We got some fun, mostly audio questions from past guests of the show.
That's right.
And so we want to just dive right into them. We get to, catch up with some past guests and answer some questions. So let's do it.
Awesome. So we'll start with the first one from the third member of this tripod. Of course, we can't do an episode without talking about Josh Gill.
Gill.
Oh, sexy Gill.
Yeah.
Joshy.
I got a message from Josh that was like, Jesus Christ, guys.
Yeah, he was just like a straight minute of doing that. There's nothing straight about that.
Yeah, that's true.
Here we go.
Holy shit, guys. 200 episodes. Congratulations. Now, I don't know about y'all, but it feels like we went from 1 to 200 so much faster than we did just getting to that first 100. Man, this is amazing. I'm so excited, so proud, so happy to be a part of it, man. Thank y'all killing it. I got 2 questions for you, though. First, looking back at these last 100 episodes, there's been changes. There's been things y'all done differently. What's the smallest change that y'all made, either from, a recording setup or a process standpoint, whatever it might be? What's the smallest change y'all made that you feel gave the biggest result? And what's the biggest change that you think you made that nobody noticed? Then my second question, you look back at the last 100 and, for each of you, 2 moments. What's the moment that you look back and you cringe when you think about it? Like, oh, what the fuck was I thinking? Or I can't believe I said that. And then second moment, what's the moment you look back and you're like, oh, fuck, yes, I got to ask that question, or I got to talk to that person, or, what's that one that you're just so proud of? Fuck yeah, guys. Here's to another 100.
Fuck yeah, Josh Gill.
Yes. Fill me to the gills.
Da, 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 da.
So good. Wow.
Oh,
those are some great questions.
Man. Yeah, and we fucking love Josh. I mean, we love to look at him.
Oh my God, yeah.
We love it when he walks away.
Oh yeah. Hate to see him leave. Love to watch him go.
I'm so sorry, Josh. Okay, so let's start with, what is the smallest change to the show that made the biggest impact?
Yeah.
And vice versa. The biggest change that you think no one clued into.
So the smallest change was I started paying attention.
I'm pretty sure that's a big change everyone noticed.
Stopping drinking.
Actually, do you know what? That might be it.
Yeah.
Us not drinking and recording is a small change that probably made a big difference.
Probably.
Oh, Jesus. That got too real.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go back to drinking.
Keeping that demon in the bottle really made the show sing.
Yeah.
I mean, when you put it like that.
Oh, no.
What was I doing?
I need to call my sponsor. Okay.
I think that actually might be
might be the answer.
What is like a big change that you think no one might have noticed?
I mean, from a production standpoint, I switched from Levelator to Auphonic.
Right.
Which was a big change because with the change of the like iOS changed, like
this is all good stuff. Keep going.
Yeah. The operating system updated for Mac, and with it, a bunch of programs wouldn't be able to work anymore.
I believe that you'll find when you do the update, you can no longer use Levelator.
Well, that's just true. So I switched to Auphonic because Kyle Clark gave me access because he made a purchase and gave me the code.
Right.
So I switched that, and it's made my editing a lot better because it's got a bunch more extra features into it. So it's made the process a lot quicker.
Right.
Also, going to Zoom.
I was going to say Zoom is one that is people probably noticed, but that was a big change.
Yeah.
Because we used to, for remote guests and stuff, we would like call them on our phones. We used Facebook Messenger.
We tried so many fucking things.
We subscribed to other like supposedly conference services, and they all lagged. There was always like a latency issue.
Yeah.
And then COVID hit, and somehow Zoom was just there ready. Some people say that Zoom had a hand in releasing COVID.
Right after it killed Barry Allen's parents.
Yeah, it was me. Yeah, the reverse. If you rearrange the letters in reverse flash, it says Tom Marvolo Zoom.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I mean that's been a huge change. It's made having remote guests and getting guests on the show way easier.
Oh yeah,
way friendlier. It's easier for us to have a conversation because we can also see each other. It's not like trying to do it over the phone and stepping on each other. That's been a massive change.
Huge change.
Josh's second question was moment that something that you are crazy proud of or excited about in the last 100 episodes, and something that you like wish you could scrub from the history.
I mean, I regret nothing. I take nothing back. Things that I like am super proud of, I would say some of the guests we've gotten the past 100 have been a big deal. I think our best guests, I think, have been in the past 100.
Yeah, from sort of all corners, from like creators like Steve Orlando to people that work on the TV side like Shoshana to just other podcasters and comedians and
like Gabrus,
like Adel and Aaron.
Yes.
Lots of
Jeff Kanata, which is like somebody I've been following for like over a decade.
Yeah, totally.
I think that's a thing that I've been super proud of. I think regretting, for me, I partly just want to say how nervous we get around bigger guests.
I mean, I do a little bit cringe because I know how we are, and when I hear how we are not being that, I'm like, well, that's... But also, it's also, in its own weird, twisted way, very genuine, because we are legitimately embarrassed by almost everything we do.
Like, watching us skip over some of the like drops with like Mimi Chan.
Do you know the one where I noticed it is actually in the episode with Tom Goss and John Gabrus.
Oh,
you go partway into Raspberry Berries and I fucking throw you under the bus. I do not do it, and I do not keep doing it, and then you trail off partway through it, and I'm like, no, and I say you can hear me say on the episode, I'm not doing it.
Oh my god! Oh, you mean because it's in front of your podcast hero?
and a live show. It's in front of so many people. It was decent. Yeah, that's a pretty cringy one.
For sure. I didn't even know that had happened. Now I'm all upset over again.
Yeah, I completely throw you under the bus.
You son of a bitch. God.
Oh, man.
We were so young.
Yeah. I think I agree with that, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Is that all the...
I think that was it. Yeah.
That was it? Okay.
Thanks, Josh.
Absolutely. Let's go to the next one, which, oh my God, the big dick himself,
Jesus.
Dr. DC Sr.
Come on, man.
Hi, this is Dr. DC Sr. sending a big congratulations to the Doctor and Richard on their milestone 200th episode. Here's my question. If the Speed Force originated with Barry Allen, Would there never have been any speedsters anywhere in the multiverse if Barry never existed or never had the accident that created the Flash? Thanks again for your amazing hospitality for the 2 in-person episodes I was fortunate enough to be on. All the best, guys. Keep trucking.
Wow.
I've literally never heard my dad say keep trucking before. I think he's testing out a new sign-off.
A big dick like that, keep fucking, Mr.
Jesus
Dr. DC.
Christ. Come on.
Yeah. Gonna plow your mom with that.
Jesus. Okay, this is now the cringiest thing on the show.
What's that called when like a bunch of trucks drive together?
A convoy?
Yes, you're gonna run a convoy onto your mom.
How dare you? How dare you?
I mean, that's how kids end up that tall, right? You gotta have a huge dick.
What?
Yeah, that's canon.
Wow, you really fell asleep in health class.
There was a class just for health? What? To answer his question, if Barry Allen didn't create the Speed Force, would all the other Speed Force users not exist? Yes.
I want you to keep going with this. I like that you took the reins there. Keep going.
Well,
Explain why.
Well, because when Barry Allen created the Speed Force, it went both forward and backwards in time. So without having created the Speed Force, you wouldn't have access to it. Therefore, you wouldn't be a Speed.
I thought he didn't care.
Unless you were creating your own fake Speed Force, then you could.
And there's the added layer that Prime Earth is the metaverse. Changes that happen to Prime Earth affect the entire multiverse, whereas changes that happen to other parallel Earths don't necessarily do that.
I'm sorry, I blacked out. What happened?
I ruined it. I ruined the nice moment.
Yeah, shouldn't have commented on it.
But yes, short answer, relatively. If Barry didn't have that accident and didn't create the Speed Force, there's no Speed Force, baby.
Just like with your parents, if they didn't have that accident, you wouldn't be here.
Oh. We got a question submitted, not audio, that I wanted to throw out. This is from Adam from the Blast from Our Past podcast, who was only on just like a couple of weeks ago. So Adam has a question for us, and it is: if you had to kill off one major DC superhero, who would it be and how?
Ooh.
So not why.
Yeah. How? It's just like what I said in the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, I think he was probably picking up on your weird murder vibes in this.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So, what hero do you kill and how? So, I think we can sort of safely assume main continuity or not, but we're sort of going with deceased or injustice rules, where it's kind of almost about the shock value or about how do you hit someone in the feels.
Yeah.
How would you do it for maximum emotional impact?
Ooh, that's interesting. Do you have one?
I don't offhand.
I'm gonna say Plastic Man, and he gets pulled apart.
Oh Jesus! But is it an insane amount of? Is he unrecognizable as a shape because he has to be pulled so far?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh God. Oh, that's really grim.
Someone like me.
Okay. Jesus. Plastic Man. Poor guy.
Yeah.
I think, let's, God. So many characters have already been killed.
Well, I know.
I'm how could I do better than the people that do comics? Fucking I think maybe some it feels too easy, but I guess just Swamp Thing, but not in a big fire or something really traumatic, but just slowly over time as the earth continues deforesting and cities grow and stuff like that. He just gets smaller and weaker and just kind of gradually withers and weakens and gets sicker until he's gone. Until he is the last plant. And then he dies.
Wow.
The way things are going.
Jesus. And mine was grim? Good God.
Well, sorry, was that too real for you?
What kind of podcast do you think this is?
Oh, come. There, we're back.
Thank you.
We're back.
God. Don't be so gross. All right, let's go to the next question.
All right.
From Zach Baseta.
Ooh, right on.
Hey guys, this is Zach Baseta from issue 144. Congratulations on your 200th episode. One thing in DC that's always bothered me was Booster Gold's flight ring. So Booster Gold is from the 25th century, where he uses items from the Space Museum where he works to go back in time and be a superhero, and these items include Brainiac 5's Legionnaire flight ring and force field belt from the 31st century. Okay, I can buy that Brainiac 5 somehow knew all of this and left his flight ring and stuff in the past for it to be found and put in the Space Museum, but in the Space Museum it's labeled as Brainiac 5's belt and Legion flight ring, when people in the 25th century would have no idea who Brainiac 5 is or have any concept of the Legion of Superheroes. So I guess my question is, what were they thinking? This makes no sense. Anyway, congratulations again, guys, and can't wait to hear another 100 episodes. Bye.
That's very funny.
Wow.
Because it's true. Like, the stuff that's in the museum that Booster Gold steals is from 600 years in the future.
Yeah.
It's like a reverse museum.
What the hell?
Like, I mean, it's possible that Brainiac 5 is known because he has interactions with the 21st century heroes.
He comes back in
so
time.
maybe those artifacts are from then, and so they know about it, right? Like, I think there's a relatively easy way to write it out, but
why do you put it in a museum?
But it's
though?
it's a lot funnier to imagine that the people running the museum are just like, we don't have anything to put in the museum. Let's just put some shit in there and say it's from the future.
Yeah,
say one day this will be important.
I just love that every single time a person comes in, they're just like, what is all this stuff? They're like, you're not going to understand it, but your kids are going to love it.
It would be like going to like a museum 300 years ago and just putting like a laptop on display. And then just being like, enjoy. And then just like leave. You just
what
leave
is this? I don't know, but check it out.
People are going to love to look at
this.
Yeah.
It's going to be a big deal one day.
Oh, God, that's so funny. I mean, it's a fair point. Like I said, I mean, it's possible because of all the time travel-y stuff that he is known in the 25th century. It's possible he's just visited there, too, right?
Yeah.
Because the 25th century is also home to Reverse Flash, who also does time stuff. And they've got the Renegades who sort of police time stuff. So it's possible they're more aware of time travel, and the idea of a museum is a little bit more fluid, that it's just like things of interest from any era, not just from the past. But I've literally never thought of that before. It is very funny to go into the museum really and just be like, well, we don't know what this is because it hasn't happened yet.
That's so funny.
Hello, school kids. I have nothing to teach you. Yet.
I don't understand this, but one day I might.
Yeah, I mean, and then that makes it even funnier that Booster Gold steals it and uses it because he's like, I know what I can do. This thing that no one knows about. I'll take that and I'll go back in time.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I love that. Very, very funny. Thank you, Zach.
Let's go to the next question from our old friend Chicken Matty.
Mark.
Matthew Poulter. That's right.
Hey guys, it's Matt Poulter calling in, aka Chicken Matty. Just calling to congratulate you guys on another milestone. And my question for both of you this time around is, it's a twofold question. What is a DC character you think doesn't necessarily get enough attention, either in terms of their own series or their own book, or, just it's like enough attention in general? And similarly, which is when you think gets too much attention and you think maybe DC could cool it on them for a little bit. All right, congrats again, guys. I'm looking forward to another year. All right, bye.
I mean, too much attention, but it will never change. Batman.
Yeah, 100%.
But if we take Batman and Superman and like Wonder Woman out, let's say we take the Trinity out, because obviously those are the hooks on which DC is hanging their coat.
Yeah.
Who's next overdone, would you say?
Oh, that's interesting.
I think that's a tougher question. I mean, it's obviously Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, but I mean less Wonder Woman.
And
Wonder Woman
it
could
hurts
use
to
more.
say it, but I feel like it's the Flash.
Yeah?
Yeah, I feel like you could take a break for a while because of like there's not much newer stuff they're doing. Like I realize that the series that's running right now, you're loving it, but I mean, after that, I feel like if this was sort of the last run for a while,
God, I don't. That's a really tough question.
I mean, villain-wise, Joker, but
of course
that's included with Batman. I think
it's not in the same category at all.
Yeah.
Saying like overdone is like kind of pushing it, but I think like it's like Zod.
Yeah,
I fucking love Zod, and there have been some great Zod stories, even like recently in recent years, some really great Zod stuff. But that idea of just there's constantly more last Kryptonians, it's like we fucking get it. So from a villain side, I would like to see a resurgence of some of the more earthbound Superman villains.
Yeah,
I mean, in that Man of Tomorrow animated movie, we got a version of Parasite, which was really cool to see. Cool to see Parasite in there. I know Adam talking Superman, always pulling for Toyman. He loves to see Toyman or Prankster. Both of those ones, see them in there. I think, yeah, I feel like maybe let's get a little bit more Livewire and Silver Banshee and stuff like that, and a little less Zod, Feora, Jax, all of these kind of extra Kryptonians, or like people somehow tied to Krypton. Jor-El, of course, or Rogol Zar, cool new character, but also still tied to fucking Krypton.
Yeah.
I think it would be cool to just move on from that shit a little bit to. I've sort of liked more recent kind of Superman stuff, the Bendis stuff, where he's like, he has to team up with Dr. Fate. They're going to fight a Lord of Chaos. That's new. It's not even like an established villain, but it's like, great. Going up against magic, new character, let's see it. Or, they're introducing a new character called Sinmar and stuff like that. Like, I think just leaving the Krypton stuff behind.
Yeah.
Now, is there a character that you think that you particularly care about that is underused, that you want them to see?
Can you guess who I'm going to say?
Oh, no.
Booster Gold.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I mean, I don't even really think of Booster as underused, but if you like him, then no amount of appearances will be enough then. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
he's certainly not used to the frequency of like the main seven or anything like that.
For me, I just feel like there's so much that you could do, and there's so many like parallels into like modern society that you could sort of portray.
Right.
In a book that I want to see somebody really go sort of crazy with him. Like I want a Jeff Johns or like a Morrison or like, you know what I mean? Like Tom King, like I want to see somebody really do something bold with Booster, because I feel like there's so much humanity in a character like that I feel like you could really do something. Right. I was just thinking, and it sucks because they're already a superhero on TV, but you know who could play a really good Booster Gold, I think, is the guy who plays Homelander.
Oh, yeah. I've seen a lot of fan casting stuff online for him as Eobard for like a Flash movie or something like that.
I feel like he doesn't have the shiny sort of flashiness to him that I can't get behind that.
But him as Booster Gold, interesting.
Yeah.
It would be funny to see him not terrifying.
Well, exactly. But I feel like he has that sort of like fake smiley kind of thing that works so well. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, some of that Homelander smarm would work well for like the Booster Gold that's also doing like toothpaste ads.
Exactly. That's sort of my mindset. Yeah. What about you?
Oh, Jesus.
You know what's crazy? That previous, I mean, this is going to fuck up timeline-wise stuff because I don't know when that other podcast is coming out.
Probably after this.
Yeah, but we did our top 10 DC Comics on the Blast from Our Past podcast.
Yeah.
And I was so surprised that you didn't have a single Aquaman issue.
I didn't have any Aquaman. I also didn't have any Batman. We did top 10 DC storylines was like the premise. And I just went with my gut.
I know.
And I didn't have any Batman or any Aquaman.
Your favorite character.
Yeah.
And there's none of your favorite issues are from them.
Yeah.
Weird.
I know. I mean, Listen, if we're talking about favorite things, though, my list would be like hundreds long.
I mean, yeah.
So, like, narrowing it to 10, like, cuts were going to be made.
God, mine squeezing me so hard. I'm sorry.
Yeah, make some more cuts.
Yeah.
I think I feel the same way as a lot of people do, that I want more Zatanna. I know
that was my next.
I know she's in Justice League Dark. That's been a great series. She's been great in that, but she's just always. She's sort of been relegated to that team book. I want more just Zatanna appearing in other books.
Yeah.
Guest appearance here, over here, solo series, something like that.
For sure.
I think I can never have too much of her showing up. And that's a character I'd like to see get a little bit more spotlight. You know, obviously Constantine is having a real resurgent moment in the last sort of 5-6 years, both in comics and on TV and all this sort of stuff. But I think Zatanna's the one that I'd want. Yeah.
100%. All right. Why don't we go to the next question?
Okay.
Coming from, of course, one of our favorite guests, Corey Stevenson.
Hey guys, it's Corey here from Podcasting After Dark and Cartwright, a Seinfeld podcast. Just wanted to congratulate you all on 200 episodes. Man, that is impressive. Awesome job, guys. I do have one quick question for you. Who would win in a battle? Iceman, Bobby Drake from X-Men, or Elijah Snow from Planetary, the Wildstorm comic series? I await the answer on a future episode of the podcast, hopefully the 200th episode. And again, congratulations, guys. Impressive work, but you guys deserve it because you guys are awesome. Catch you later.
Thanks, Corey.
Oh, thanks, Corey.
Yeah, God, roping Planetary and Wildstorm into all this. I'll be perfectly honest. This is a little bit of a blind spot for me, other than some of like the big Wildstorm characters, like Engineer, Midnighter, Apollo, Grifter. Like I know some of them
for sure.
Know a little bit about the Stormwatch and stuff like that. Elijah Snow's a little bit of a blind spot for me, but I think no matter what, I'm probably pulling for Iceman. I feel like Iceman is like, he's like one of the original X-Men. Isn't he like alpha level?
Yeah.
He's like a pretty powerful mutant.
Totally.
I think Elijah Snow's power would have to be so monumentally insane. Like, I would put Iceman over Mr. Freeze, maybe over Killer Frost, maybe over a bunch of other, like cold ice characters in DC. I've got a hard time imagining that Elijah Snow could take down Bobby.
Wow.
Especially if it's, what's his name? Ashmore.
Oh, yeah. Sean Ashmore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Dr. DC Podcast 200th episode. It's time to make a change. I'm going to start make mine Marvel.
Wow.
I'm going Bobby Drake, baby.
Who would have thought? Amazing. All right, let's go to the next question from our favorite guest, Tess.
Janos.
Janos.
Which probably is creepy.
Tessie.
Yeah. Oh, no. I'm so sorry, Tess.
Here we go.
Hello, Dr. DC. This is Penelope McConnell from my Gotham apartment on the Upper West Side. I am the editor-in-chief of the Gotham Gossip magazine. I'm sure you know of me. I heard Harley Quinn left the Joker. Thank God, girl power. Am I right? But now, I hear about this punchline lady dating the Joker. What's the gossip on that? What's she like? How did they get together? Did she fall for the vat of acid cannonball too? Spill the tea, Dr. DC. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Tess, for sending Penelope's question for us.
Holy shit.
Incredible connections that you've got at the Gotham Gossip magazine.
Yes.
You know what you're getting with that magazine. Gotham Gossip. Gothsip. Yeah, that's where I take a drink of black nail polish. Yeah, thank you so much for that.
That was fucking incredible.
That's so amazing. Yeah. Punchline. That's
Yes.
Joker's new
That's right.
girlfriend. Joker's new partner.
Have you read much?
Yeah. So she's been sort of introduced for this Joker War arc. She had a big sort of like Punchline versus Harley. She's had kind of 2 Punchline versus Harley moments already. You get her story mostly from her perspective, so you take it with a bit of a grain of salt. But she believes she's better than Harley because she's not in love with the Joker as like wanting to be romantic. She doesn't want to like move out to the burbs and like raise a family with
This
the
is more of
Joker.
a team up.
She is romantically involved with him, but she believes in like his chaos. She believes like intellectually in what the Joker stands for, and has sort of manifested that into like a physical attraction and to, you know, be up alongside him and stuff like that. Whereas Harley was like emotionally trying to be in love with the Joker. So they have this big confrontation, and Punchline is calling her stupid for like all of this kind of stuff. And Harley points out, like, you're just as stupid. You think it matters to the Joker why you're into him? Like, do you think he cares if it's because you want to like move in with him or because you think he's got a brilliant mind or whatever? Like, he's just using you too. So Punchline is sort of only half. She's kind of half in the delusion because she thinks it's different, right?
Yeah.
She's different to Joker. And she thinks she can see that Harley was like totally misguided for ever being romantically involved with him. But she's also sort of doing the same thing. So it's interesting because they have different perspectives. Punchline certainly seems less naive. She seems more capable because she's not the kind of crazy she is not like the like woohoo funny kind of like crazy. It's just that she's willing to go along with it kind of crazy. So she seems a little deadlier, a little more precise, a little more, you know, dependable, at least if you were the Joker. But yeah, the idea, it's interesting because it's like the idea that the Joker is so charismatic and so enigmatic that like, yeah, maybe he's only kind of converted 2 or 3 people over time because there was Joker's daughter and stuff like that too, that get like obsessed with him and want to be him or want to help him or whatever. Maybe he only kind of converts a few, but like considering how crazy and how outright evil he is, the fact that he could get anyone to believe in him, to be that close to him at all, says something about this sort of like crazy charisma, this crazy power or philosophy or like what, I don't know what you want to call it, but there's a power to the Joker, a power, like a symbolic power to the Joker that is pretty wild. So it's neat that Punchline thinks that she's better than it, but is also falling for it.
Well, exactly.
But I mean, Harley has a bigger kill count probably, but Punchline seems deadlier. It barely seems like she's having fun doing it.
Oh, wow.
Right? She believes in it. She's doing it in a jokey manner or with a prank or like, here's a fun gun, I made with the Joker. But she's like being precise and methodical and strategic in a way that Harley is seldom.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's really interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy. She's a really cool new character. I would definitely check out Joker War, and I think she shows up in Year of the Villain, Hell Arisen #3, and she's got a one-shot that's coming up as well, if it's not already out. Punchline #1, that is just more of her story.
Well, that's it. You got the T on Punchline.
You're welcome, Gotham Gossip Magazine.
It's incredible. All right, next question comes from Lucretia Lyon.
Hi, Lucretia.
Happy 200th Dr. DC podcast. It's me. There's only one, Lucretia Lyon. I want to know, I love fan casting, as you know, but what about you guys? What is your ultimate fan cast of a DC movie or TV show?
Ooh.
Oh, wow. God, that's tough.
Jensen Ackles, Red Hood.
Wait, sorry. Are we supposed to cast a show that doesn't exist, or are we supposed to fan cast a show that does exist with different actors?
I don't know. There wasn't specification, so
That's
I'm
true.
going non-existent.
I read a thing that Jensen almost got the Tom Welling Smallville role.
He went for it for sure. Yeah, I
and
don't
he
know.
was being like to the point where like if Welling had passed,
oh my god,
they would have gone to Jensen,
which would be insane. I don't know how you would even.
Yeah, and I'm not even sure I'd necessarily like
that. No, yeah,
but just the idea of it is
we'd never get Supernatural if that had happened. So,
or you get it with Tom Welling.
Oh my god, just two whiny babies. Oh, thank you.
Yeah. God. That's tough. What's a show that you want to recast? What's a show that you're like, I don't think they did a good job of this. We should recast it.
Black Lightning.
I mean, I know you don't necessarily love that performance, but I actually think most of Black Lightning is pretty well cast.
Oh yeah, I wanted to leave the rest of the cast.
So then who would you?
Literally anybody else.
Then who would you sub in?
Literally anybody else.
Wilford Brimley.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
See, the problem with the neighborhood is the diabetes.
Oh God. Jefferson. God, what's a show I would recast? I think I love Stephen Amell.
Yeah.
I think he was a good, solid anchor on that show. It's more an indictment of the show than it is of him, but I think I don't know that he carries humor enough, and so I think then they leaned into the soapy drama thing.
Yeah.
I wonder if with a different actor over time,
that's
if
interesting.
they would have made him more like Green Arrow in the comics.
Yes.
Or if they were like, we're getting more comic booky, but we know where our sweet spot is and where Steven really shines, and they kind of kept it there.
So who would do that?
You
really were setting something up that you had no.
The thing is, okay, this is gonna sound like this is gonna sound weird, but I'm trying to keep it kind of in the CW, somewhat soapy thing. But I think someone that could be a little bit funnier.
Yeah.
I don't know the actor's name, but he currently plays the Deep on The Boys.
Oh, really?
I wonder if because he's not necessarily like funny on The Boys, but he's playing like humorous scenarios or like stuff like that. You know, I feel like he maybe could have pulled off a balance between like what they did on Arrow and what Green Arrow is in the comics. So you wouldn't go all the way to like funny quippy, but he could have been had a little bit more humor in there, maybe. I would think.
Wow.
I don't know that. Yeah. I think, to be perfectly honest, I wouldn't have cast Katie Cassidy.
Yeah.
You know, like
I agree with you.
I cared about that character, but I didn't love her in there. I kind of wish they kept Katie Lotz and just made her Canary instead of having like 3-4 fucking Canaries. I kind of wish they just made her like Laurel Lance. She doesn't have to be the sister or whatever. I sort of feel that way about it. I probably wouldn't have put Katie Cassidy in there. Yeah. I don't know. The fan casting's so hard because it's yeah. Is there an actor out there that you've just, other than Jensen with Red Hood, that you're just like, I know they could play this part?
I mean, recasting stuff that already exists is hard, right?
Yes.
Like I feel
it's hard to get the image out of your head.
Well, yeah, but also just like I love the Barry we've got. I think he does such a great job. I really like the Swamp Thing we got. Like I think all of that stuff works so well.
Yeah.
I think that Superman we have and that Supergirl work really, really well. So none of those really bother me. I was so happy with the Batman we got for Teen Titans.
Yeah,
for
Ian Glenn. Yeah,
yeah,
he's great. Everyone was so against it, of course, but like, he was great. I really liked him.
So so it's hard, right? I think a Green Arrow would probably be the one that. Yeah, it's funny because
that's the one that kind of sticks out for me.
It is. It's one that sort of doesn't really match sort of what that character is traditionally.
Yeah, it's the furthest from it. I'd say.
You know who I would love to see that is like Sam Rockwell.
Oh, like for a movie, like to play him older,
whatever.
Or play like an older Oliver Queen.
Yeah.
Maybe Connor Hawke takes on the actual like vigilanteing, and he's sort of, behind the scenes a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, see, Sam Rockwell can play a bit of a dog, so he'd be a good Oliver Queen. Fuck, I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that a lot. Nice.
Yeah, or Tom Holland is like a Dick Grayson or like a Damian Wayne.
Do you think you can play the darkness?
No, that's why I think it's got to be, or like maybe Jason Todd.
I mean, Dick, sure, but I mean the Damien one.
Yeah, not Damien.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, fuck. I do like that Sam Rockwell one.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot of fun. I think I would have. There's a version of an alternate universe where I would have liked to see like an RDJ as like a Glorious Godfrey, Morgan Edge, like the business tycoon that has like Insidious, or even like a Maxwell Lord. I mean, we haven't seen Wonder Woman 1984 yet with Pedro Pascal in there. I'm sure Pedro's great, but there's a part of me that's like, if he wasn't so iconic as Iron Man, RDJ taking that same energy and charisma and being this like business tycoon who sort of ingratiates himself with the Justice League, but he has this like insidious plot that he wants, like, you know what I mean? Like he sort of a backstabber, a sort of scumbag guy. Him as like like a Morgan Edge or a Maxwell Lord or a Glorious Godfrey or something like that would be maybe interesting.
You know who needs to play like a young Batman is Timothée Chalamet.
Oh fuck! I mean,
I feel like he's made for that role.
Yeah. I mean, if you need like a slight flashback in the Pattinson ones, you just put Chalamet in there.
But I just want to give him a few years and let him just be it. Like I feel like
Chalamet could probably play Damien.
Oh, well, there you go. Fuck me. Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Oh, fuck. These are good. I like these.
Yeah, DC, you should do what we say.
I love Zachary Levi, but I was a little bit in the camp of kind of wanting to see John Cena as Shazam.
I think
it might not have worked to sustain a franchise, but there's a part of me that kind of wanted to see it.
I mean, I get what you're saying. I just feel like he's such perfect casting.
He'll be good for Peacemaker.
Oh, yeah.
For Suicide Squad.
Yeah, that's going to be incredible. Yeah, without a doubt. You know who could do a good Barbara Gordon is like Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah, of course. I mean, basically taking any like talented actor, you can sort of put them in and just like make magic happen.
Well, I mean, yeah, okay, fine. Now we're just doing general fan casting.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Let's get going, bro.
And another thing.
Yeah. Let's go to the next question.
Let's do it.
All right. Second to last, we've got from the number 1 Dr. DC episode, we got Adil Rafai.
Oh. From Hey Riddle Riddle.
That's right. Let's hear what he's got to say.
Hey, Dr. DC Podcast. This is Adil Rafai from Hello from the Magic Tavern and Hey Riddle Riddle. I just want to say, oh boy, happy 200. What a cool feat. That's amazing. I have a question for you. My question is, we all know Batman has the bat signal, which calls him at night to the scene of a crime to talk to Commissioner Gordon or whatever he does. But how do they call Batman in the morning? Does he have office hours? Does he only work at night? Superman is always wearing his suit under his clothes, but Batman, I have to assume, has to, take an hour or so to change. So what happens if Batman's out in the day and there's a problem, or what's going on there? That was a lot of questions, but ultimately, how do you call Batman in the morning? That sounds like the setup to a punchline. It's not. How do you call Batman in the morning? Thank you for all you do.
Thank you, Adil. Oh man, I mean, Batman does kind of not operate during the day.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone at home is already like pulling out like a dozen issues where he's out during the day, but he kind of,
just don't call him late for breakfast.
This is less of an issue now because he's got stuff in the cowl. He's got Bluetooth or whatever. Like Gordon, like you just give Gordon a number that's routed through other things that can never trace him, and he can just get a call whenever. But like, there was an era of Batman where, as far as writing a comic is concerned, it was like we literally couldn't shine a light in the sky. He could only work at night.
Yeah.
There's something in the Batman TV show. They had the red phone, the direct line to the Batcave.
What's that? It's something terrifying about a Batman in like the top corner of a room when you walk in and when it's brightly lit. It reminds me of that horror movie.
Oh yeah.
You know the one I'm talking about with like the writer, like the murder writer or whatever.
Oh, yes.
It's where the thing's in like the corner of that brightly lit room.
Yeah.
Like that's so terrifying.
Yeah, that's true. I think. Well, I mean, there's a couple of answers to this. One, it's a lot easier with technology now.
To call him?
But to call him, at least. He does still have to get ready. There's like a funny thing that like this new Batman movie seems to actually be acknowledging, which is that when he takes the cowl off, he's got all the black makeup around his eyes. Like,
oh, wow.
Other Batman movies have had him have the black makeup when the mask is on, and then he takes the mask off and the makeup's not there. It's just like the movie magic thing. But in that trailer for the Pattinson one, he very clearly still has it, which means that like he's got to go he's got to go to the mirror. He's got to take it out of the drawer. It's like put it on. It's like like got to do all that. Like that bit is challenging. There was a comic in the last few years, called Batman and the Signal. And the Signal,
that's right.
The Signal is Duke Thomas. The premise was basically that Duke would operate as Gotham's daytime Batman.
Oh.
So instead of being a sidekick, he wasn't a Robin, he wasn't something else. Batgirl kind of covers a section of Gotham, Nightwing's in Bloodhaven. Everyone's kind of got their own
Signal's
thing.
just the day shift?
The Signal was the day shift. He would patrol Gotham at daytime. Now, how would you call him? Probably just the regular, like, Bluetoothy kind of thing. But there was an official, at least for a little while in comics, daytime Batman for Gotham. And it was not Bruce, so that he could operate at night, could fucking sleep, could do some of that other stuff. But yeah, I mean, technically, it's shift work. They high five on the way in and out of the Batcave, and then
Bruce likely sleeps till noon, so you're not calling him in the morning.
Yeah. Well, or you call him, but like you get what you get. Like he'll just show up and be like, I don't know, this seems pretty open and shut. They'll be like, are you sure it wasn't the Joker? To be like, I don't know, just chalk it up to like an accident. And he's gonna just like,
aren't you the world's greatest detective? Not before my coffee. He's got a mug. It says no crimes until coffee.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it says number one orphan.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, the Signal itself, not so useful during the daytime. That's true. It does seem frequently to be nighttime in Gotham, though.
Yes. Most of the time. It's like Dark City there.
And when it's not, you get the Signal.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. All right. Let's go to our last question asker.
Okay.
We've got a few questions from this person.
Oh, okay.
It's Kyle Clark.
Kyle.
Of course.
Hey, Dr. DC. It's Kyle Clark from the This Is Rad podcast, and I just want to congratulate you guys on 200 episodes. Man, that's wild. I feel like I still remember when you guys were getting this thing off and going, and now here you are at 200 episodes. We've had a lot of fun along the way. You guys have really fallen into, alcoholism in a way that is really compelling to listen to. Talked about cum a lot. I mean, you're really doing the Lord's work. But I have some questions for you guys for this momentous occasion, so I'm going to slowly work through them. First question: what fifth-tier DC character would you like to have seen gotten a gritty 80s reboot? Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns, but also like John Byrne's Superman and the Hawkworld stuff set in the 40s, things like that DC was doing in the 80s, kind of trying to flip the script and reinvent stuff post-crisis. What would you do with like a fifth-tier, real jobber-ass character from DC?
First question.
Right. Guess I would go like Bwana Beast. Yeah, and it's like he's this guy who maybe he's part of the colonial problem in Africa, and then his plane crashes, and he has to eat the pilot, and he's barely surviving. And then one day he kind of like slips through a crack in the mountain and he finds the cave with the helmet and the elixir. But when he puts them on, he doesn't just get the powers of Bwana Beast like he does in the comics. It would like, he'd like take on like the memories and stuff, almost like a Aztec kind of thing, I guess, a little bit. But he would take on the memories. He would all of a sudden have this epiphany about like his role in colonialism and stuff like that. And he would have to earn his place because he'd be like a white guy in Africa with these sort of like inherited powers. He would have to like contend with people that think he doesn't deserve the powers. He'd have to try to earn his place. He'd eventually learn that the powers are not for him to have. He could save himself, but he has to bestow them to someone else. I would make it like a big like anti-colonial like gritty story. That would be my 80s Bwana Beast.
Wow.
Yeah.
I do the question.
Okay. Sure.
But I'd want to do it more like a 30s noir kind of vibe.
Okay.
Have it be sort
like
of
set in the 30s or just feel like the 30s?
Have it set in the 30s.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. And then have it be sort of like a Great Depression Robin Hood kind of scenario where he works sort of in like the slums and is just basically solving like small mob crimes and things like that.
Yeah. Nice. That's a good one.
Hell yeah. All right, let's go to the next question.
Okay.
All right, question number 2. What like again, I'm gonna go with like obscure characters because I love it. What like 3rd, 4th, 5th tier DC character do you wish had a DC animated series? Now, not like these new things that are coming out all the time doing crappier versions of Killing Joke. I mean like a Batman, Superman, Batman Beyond, like old world, Justice League Unlimited style show. What 5th tier character would you have loved to have spent 100 episodes with on Fox Kids or the WB?
Ooh.
Right. I mean, kind of spinning out of that Justice League Unlimited show, I would have loved to have seen like a proper... I would have liked to have seen just the team up of Vigilante and Shining Knight. They paired them up for a few episodes of
That
Justice
would
League
be
Unlimited.
so fun.
But like having that like troubadour cowboy and this immortal like Arthurian knight on just adventures every week. Like a Vigilante Shining Knight series, but specifically those ones from the JLU cartoon, and then just spin them out, the way you give like Static a show that was sort of tangentially connected to the DCAU. I think that would have been mine because I loved the episodes they were in. I thought they had good chemistry. I liked the idea of like Shining Knight has that sort of Thor thing where he says like "have at ye" and like kind of talks like that, and then you have this like, oh, these varmints coming in, like Vigilante and Shining Knight playing off each other that way, I think is a lot of fun.
Oh my god, that would be so fun.
Yeah, I'd love that one.
Ooh.
Possibly if you had have the potential to expand it out to like full 7 Soldiers roster, right? Like include Star Spangled Kid and Stripesy and stuff like that, but like you would start with them as the core.
I think Our Man would be really fun.
Oh, Our Man's a dope character. Really cool on Stargirl, but yeah, could totally hold down his own series. Our Man's a very, very
especially
cool
like
character.
A kids show. I think would be really fun
because the premise is so simple.
Because
he has Miraclo.
One episode, right? Like
he has Miraclo. He gets 1 hour of his powers, and he can only do that once a day.
Yeah.
So you got to be strategic.
Yeah.
And there's the ticking clock thing, and
you do something a bit like vintagey and like
yeah. And if/when you wanted to, you could easily pivot it to the after school special episode about drug abuse.
Of course.
Yeah. It's multi-pronged. Yeah.
Love it. All right, let's keep going.
Okay.
All right, my next question. What is the worst costume in the history of DC?
Ooh.
All right.
Okay. I feel like I've said it before.
I feel like we've got the same answer.
It's got to be Jared Stevens' Fate.
Oh, that's not who I was
the
gonna say.
90s Fate, where he melts down that helmet of Fate, and he's just got like daggers, and he has like an Ankh tattoo on his eye. It's like grunt. It's just like it's that like extreme 90s shit.
Yeah.
I think it's Jared Stevens' Fate. Although I'm pretty sure I know which one you're going to say.
Oh yeah, who?
Are you gonna say Kyle Rayner?
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, you don't like the chunky gauntlets, the chunky mask, the mostly white and black Green Lantern outfit.
Or you know what? You know who's worse though is Alan Scott.
you know what? I've come around on Alan Scott. Though.
Really?
I think it's funny to make fun of because he's got like 9 different colors on.
Yeah.
Like, I still find that funny, but I actually kind of dig it.
Ugh, I can't.
In a way that I think Kyle Rayner is the worst looking Green Lantern. Outfit.
It's bad. It's
face 10.
Second
outfit
worst.
4.
Yeah. Fair. All right, let's keep going.
All right. My next one is very specific for you guys. I need you to match these Canadian music acts with a DC character. So there's 4 of them. So I'm going to start. What DC character is the Tragically Hip?
A DC character who is the Tragically Hip.
Martian Manhunter?
I'm going to say Animal Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, number 2. What DC character is the Bare Naked Ladies?
Booster Gold.
Booster Gold. I was going to say that too.
Yeah.
Booster and Beetle,
All right.
yeah.
All right. What DC character is Alanis Morissette?
Zatanna?
Ooh, no, I think...
Oh, Black Canary.
I'm thinking Canary.
Yeah, Black Canary.
Yeah.
What DC character is beloved early hardcore band out of Canada, DOA?
Oh my God. Oh my
Holy
God.
shit.
Oh, fuck. DOA. Jesus Christ.
Is it Constantine?
It might. Yeah, I think, yeah. Yeah, it's Constantine.
Yeah.
All right. My last 2 questions are designed to tear you apart as friends and co-hosts. Richard, what hero would you cast Reed as? And Reed, what villain would you cast Richard as? Once again, guys, congratulations on 200 episodes. I love y'all, and I hope to come on and set another length record at some point. All right. Goodbye.
Thank you, Kyle.
Oh.
Fun fact, of the 18,000 minutes we've put out, 17,000 feature Kyle.
I almost took that for real.
I didn't go
really?
that. I didn't go that deep on stats for this.
I would be surprised. So what hero would I cast you
have
as?
to cast me as a DC hero, and I have to cast you as a DC villain.
I think it's weird to flip the script and make me the villain and you the hero.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems kind of out of character for us.
I would cast Richard as Gentleman Ghost. I think the Hawkman villain. He's got, because he has like the swoopy hair and the big beard and that. It'd be funny to just like CG take out his actual face and just keep like the hair and stuff, and then put him in like the jaunty clothes, like the nice waistcoat, the poofy top, the top hat. He'd have a monocle. I think he'd look good with a monocle. I think Richard secretly in his heart is a fancy boy, and I think he would love to be Gentleman Ghost, like 18th century like highwayman, yeah.
I mean, I'm not against.
You fucking love it, admit it.
I mean, yeah, I'm a fancy boy. My initial thought is mostly because of you in like college, but I want to go like Green Arrow.
Okay.
Because I feel like you had that like mustache and the like goatee.
Oh no, not in. Well, I'm dependent if I was in a play or not.
But
I
there's
had
a lot
of various facial hair in theater school.
I feel like that was like the imagery that like mostly came out for you.
I mean, God, I'll take Green Arrow. That's a good get.
Yeah. Oh.
Wait, are you saying you think college me could get laid? That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
I mean, don't you? Didn't you?
I mean, yes.
Did you say that with so much confidence that it's hard to believe?
Well, it was hard to believe.
Maybe it's Lobo though.
You think I'm a Lobo?
Yeah.
I'm not nearly badass enough for that. I'd be like Lobo if he paid his parking tickets. So that means that our final battle is between Green Arrow and Gentleman Ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think.
I mean, that about sounds right, because I am equipped with weapons that are usually effective, but against you, they seem to not do that much. Yeah. That seems about right.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Well, that's the end of the questions, which you know what that means.
I do.
It's been prepared for this whole time, even before the podcast started.
Yeah.
That's right. Time to play our favorite game.
Yeah, I can't say the name.
Well, you know you can't say it.
Not good at it.
Can you guess the name of the character based on someone who does not read comic books can describe that character to us?
Yeah.
After 200 times, of course, I can say it perfectly.
That's right.
So, if you don't know the basic idea is my wife does not read comic books. I send her a photo of a DC character. She sends me clues to describe how she sees that character, and the doctor tries to figure out who I'm talking about.
And for a special 200th surprise, I got her to do one for you, so that you get to guess.
What? You son of a bitch!
Yeah. So you can. I can go first, or you can go first. You get to decide, but we both get to guess.
Oh my god!
Different ones.
Oh my god!
There's one that I know what it is, and you don't, and one that you know that
I want to go first.
Okay. So, clue number 1.
Yeah.
Is debuting in the new DC animated Magic Mike series.
Ooh, Atom Smasher?
No, but I let him.
Okay, clue number 2.
All right, clue number 2. Looks like they have done too much upper body workouts and keep forgetting to do leg day.
I have no idea.
Don't say Barbara Gordon. You want the next clue?
Yeah.
Okay. Clue number 3. Do they want to be a cat, a bug, a stripper, a frat boy, parkourer? I'm getting mixed messages.
Animal Man?
No.
Beast Boy?
No.
Fuck. Okay, last clue.
Last clue. Is as clean shaven as Baby New Year.
I don't know.
I mentioned him this episode. It was Bawana Beast.
Oh, so close.
It was a tough one, but you came very close with with Animal Man and Beast Boy. I was like, oh,
so close.
Yeah.
All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
First clue. Jason goes to the dojo.
Is it Wild Dog?
No.
Oh.
I made this one particularly hard because it's been obviously we've done it 200 times, so
okay,
it's going to be a challenging one for sure.
Okay, Jason goes to the dojo. Okay,
yeah.
I said Wild Dog. It is not that. So the hockey mask is out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Celebrates Festivus every day.
Okay.
Celebrates Festivus every day.
Is it Jason Alexander? Are we doubling down on Costanza references here?
No.
Okay, Jason goes to the dojo, celebrates Festivus every day. Sportsmaster.
No.
Oh, okay.
I like where your head's at, though.
Okay.
Outfit is just puffy shirt thriller vibes.
Karate Kid?
No.
Okay. Vibe?
No.
Okay. I need the last clue.
Last clue.
Fuck.
Eddie Murphy in a Dr. Doom mask.
Oh, is it Pharaoh Lad?
No.
The Dr. Doom mask. I mean, it's not Argyle.
No.
And it's not. Steel?
No.
I have no idea.
You ready?
I am.
I want to show you the photo first.
Okay. Oh, Jesus. Is that Javelin?
Nope.
No, who is that? Fuck, who is it?
Manhunter, also known
fucking
as the Privateer.
Son of a bitch. That is a very hard one.
I know.
Wow.
I haven't gotten you.
I was definitely on the right track with Sportsmaster.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, Paul,
yeah.
you got it.
Shit. Wow.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was good. I like that.
God, that's so much harder than I thought it was.
Right?
Yeah. Did anyone get either of those at home?
Yeah.
That was a hard one. I don't remember the last time you didn't get one.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
So we would love to know whether you residents have gotten it, or maybe you want to congratulate us further on 200 episodes.
Yeah. Make us feel good.
Yeah, I want to feel good.
Oh, no.
Yeah, make me feel good.
Yeah, Josh.
Yeah, come on. Specifically, Josh. Or maybe you want to send us a question for next week's episode.
Yeah, I've decided what comic creator we're going to talk about next week. So, I'm going to give Richard something to read. You're going to read Secret 6, Volume 3, Number 1.
Gail Simone?
Gail Simone.
Oh, baby!
We're talking Gail Simone next week. So, Gail Simone creations, runs, stories, just in general as a creator.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, that is next week's episode. Episode 201
baby.
is about Gail Simone.
Oh, yeah. Oh, baby. I'm ready.
Easy now.
Give me that Gail Simone.
Simone.
So send us a question for next week's episode, and you can do so on our various social media platforms, like our Facebook,
Dr. DC Podcast,
our Twitter,
at Dr. DC,
our Instagram,
Dr. DC Podcast,
email,
drdcpodcast@gmail.com.
Of course, our subreddit,
r/Dr_DC.
Dr. Phone is now open.
208-917-3238.
That's 208-917-DCEU. If you're nasty. Of course, you can go to our website,
drdcpodcast.com or .ca.
Oh, .com. Is that available?
I mean, technically it is, because you can get any extension now, right?
Oh.
You know what? We probably just want to sit on that, just make sure.
I mean, that's always my first go. We love those 5-star reviews.
Yeah, we're almost at 100. When we get to 100,
we're doing nothing. There's no specific
do
thing.
The Lord of the Rings miniseries. But yeah, keep sending those. It helps us. And we've got a Patreon. It's patreon.com/DrDC. $5 or $7 a month. There's a full bonus episode every week for everybody. And then there's also fun extra stuff at the higher level. A video episode every week.
Oh, yeah.
You get to help decide episode themes. There's always extra fun stuff up there. And if you can't get enough of us,
holy shit,
for free, you can go subscribe and listen to our new podcast, Ghost Faces, a supernatural rewatch. We are rewatching every episode of Supernatural.
The CW incredible show, Supernatural, 15 seasons, 327
By the
episodes.
time you're listening to this, 3 episodes are already out.
Oh my God.
You can check that out. You can watch along with us. We talk about real world monster lore. We talk about the show. We talk about behind the scenes stuff. And we just generally get thirsty about Sam and Dean.
Absolutely. And we just got on the Canadians' top 25 new TV shows.
Yeah, we just charted somehow.
Oh, yeah.
A feat we have never accomplished with Dr. DC.
No. I had too much beans for breakfast and we charted.
Yeah. I can't stop charting.
That's the end of
Thank
200.
you all for listening. Thank you all for subscribing and writing in your questions every week and submitting your nice memories for us this week. Thank you to all of our past guests that sent questions.
Yes.
And we're kicking off a whole new 100 episodes.
201
next week.
Holy shit.
Adios.
Ciao, chicka chicka ciao. I'm starting that. That's
always fight for what is right. Live with danger and adventure. They are men of might.
This was a Brain Freeze podcast.